it from people who look for the blunt to burn. You know that family and friends always gon' fake like they concerned. And y'all don't know what I've been through. Y'all can't tell me what I can and can't do. I walk through the fire with them Jordan 4s. Still in the game and they still rooting for the boy. Grown man boss, real nigga shit. Whoa. These niggas fake, man, ain't none of them really rich. Money, no money, and we don't know y'all. We been really in the trenches, we got niggas on the yard. 23 and 1 and never see the sun. They been in so long, they never seen they sons. And it's the type of shit that we go through. Living on faith, man, and trying to be hopeful. A lot of dreams buried in the cemetery. The game they playing out here, y'all know it's very scary. I keep my heart cold like October to February. I'm trying to hit on every number like I'm Jerry. Go large or go home. I'm in the zone like I'm 2-3. And I'm playing with an attitude. Timberwolves, KG. I talk slick, nigga know that I'm nasty. And when it's wartime, know that we ain't trying to be classy.
Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. This your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Allow them to have an enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, allow people to feel loved, to feel peace, and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
Cheer, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, Celebrity Tuesday, that is. It's your boy, DJ Epps, world famous, out of Miami, Florida. You know what it is, man. Repping that Sirius XM, Rock the Bells, all that good stuff. Listen, man, want to thank everybody that was hanging out with me last night for New Music Mondays. We broke a lot of new joints, man. Crazy, dope joints that was broken last night. It was gorgeous, all right, man. Today, Celebrity Tuesdays. Yeah, man, MC Serch is coming by the show today in about less than 5 minutes. We're going to have him on the show. Today's show is brought to you by Positivity Water. You know, if you need some alkaline water, if you never had alkaline water, I suggest you get some alkaline water. It's called Positivity Water. You need that in your life. You hear me? Karen, I see you, boo. Shout out to everybody in Dominican Republic, everybody from Colombia, big up. Jedi Jax was popping. I got some people from Orlando in the check-in. Shout to Johnny, 521. Johnny was popping. Bez, I see you. Shout to my man Paul Bibbs, was good. Paul, I see you. Also, man, let me keep you in tune. Don't forget, man, I'm coming to New York City, Queens, New York, for the 2nd annual Rock the Bell Festival. Yes, man. And it's going to be crazy. If you missed last year's Rock the Bell Festival, I suggest you pull up this year. All right, man? The lineup is crazy. L is not playing. Uncle L is not playing. We got Ludacris. We got De La Soul, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, Yo-Yo, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Method Man, and Redman. Man, a whole lot more, man. I mean, like, it's going to be crazy in Queens, New York, Forest Hill Stadium. Saturday, August 5th, I need y'all to pull up. It's going to be crazy, all right, man? I need y'all in the building because I'm going to be there shutting it down all day. Also, with Rock the Bells, man, the cruise is still on. Everybody's talking about it. Cabins are definitely filled up. But I suggest you get on that rockthebellcruise.com waiting list because you never know, all right, man? On this cruise from Miami to Bahamas, November 13th to the 17th, it's going to be Manny Fresh. My guy Manny Fresh going to be with me. Pete Rock, Just Blaze, MC Light, You know what I mean? My girl DJ Nina 9, Ghostface Killer, Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, Trina, Big Boy, DJ Jazzy Jeff, my man Kid Capri, got the pool party. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy, man. Yeah. Lil John, it's going to be a problem, man. Miami, the Bahamas, November 13th to the 17th. Yeah, Rock the Bell Cruise. Everybody's talking about this. You need to pull up. No, seriously, you need to pull up. You know what I mean? CP Promotion, what's poppin'? Everybody on that check-in, please do me a favor, man. Do me a solid. Just, you know what I mean? Share the live. I don't know what's going on with my Instagram lately with the badges, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's all right. We're not sweating the badges. Torio, what up, man? What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's hanging out for Celebrity Tuesdays. We're about to bring in my man MC Serch in a minute. Shout out to Grams Uncut. He was one of the records we broke last night. We had girls twerking in their living room, wherever, with the booty exercise. Man, that joint right there. Yeah. Crazy. Also, man, every Saturday, well, this past Saturday was a great situation, but every Saturday, man, you know, we got the Sunset Brunch Party in Fort Lauderdale at the Grand Hotel, man. I'm in the Flamingo Room about 11 o'clock at nighttime right after the Rock the Bell show. I'm going to be up in there shutting it down in Fort Lauderdale, so I suggest you pull up, man. Shout out to my man Ben Hop, you know what I mean? Icons, Louis Oliver, Blackout, the whole crew, man. It's going to be, it's a movie every Saturday. And this Saturday is an all-white party, so I suggest you get ready and go shopping. All-white party going down this Saturday at the Sunset Brunch Party in Fort Lauderdale, inside the Grand Hotel, inside the Flamingo Room. You hear me? Now, understand, man, this is the #1 DJ show consistently rocking Monday to Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Now, we break music. We bring in live interviews like tonight, Celebrity Tuesdays. You know what I mean? Next Tuesday is going to be crazy because, you know, next Tuesday I got my man Chris Gotti going to be in the building. Chris Gotti, shout to Irv Gotti, shout to the Murder Inc. Empire, you know what I mean? So Chris Gotti going to be in the building next week, so don't miss out on that, all right? Big shout to Samantha, she in the building. Big shout to my man Cuba in the building. Cuba, what's the hashtag?
Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
There you have it, man. French boy, I see you. Trench boy, I see you. My girl Sapphire, Team Epps all day. You already know, man. All right, man, let's get ready to bring in my man MC Serch in the building tonight, man. Everybody, do me a favor. Share the live. All right, man. My notes ready. You know what it is, man. DJ Epps, Celebrity Tuesdays tonight is brought to you by Positivity Water. We got my man MC Serch in the building tonight. Serch, where you at? Goya, what's poppin'? I see you, Goya. Turn up. Nick in the building, just hit that follow button. Nick, I appreciate that. Word up, man. Shout out to the CLK family. You already know. Word up, man. Let me get my man Serch up in here. Serch, what up, man? I hope you updated your Instagram. I just sent a request. Yeah, shout out to my man DJ Calvin, DJ Stevie D. Stevie D. Yo, big shout out to Stevie D. Look, yo, Stevie, I got it right here. Check this out. Yeah, let me move this right quick. Yeah. 5 legends, all on one shirt. Shout out to DJ Crazy. Shout out my man DJ Stevie D. DJ Mortal, Tom LaRock. Of course, they got your boy on there, and I appreciate that. That's all love, you know what I mean? Word up. Where's my man Serch at? Somebody's hit up Serch, tell him to come on my page. Hit that invite. There he goes. Yeah. Karen was popping. Yeah, Karen, it's been a minute. And ladies and gentlemen, she's not that type of Karen. No. Cool ass motherfucker. You know, I ain't not that type of Karen. What's up, Serch? What happened? Why I see you. Why is it not? Serch, man, make sure you update your Instagram if you're having a hard time trying to come on. Everybody hit up Serch on the gram. You know what I mean? It's a rainy day too out here, man. This is ugly out here. I don't know what's going on. Yo, trust me, man. Shit, been doing this for 3 years. All he got to do is accept it. But I don't know. I'm not too sure if he's on or if he has to. Nah, he's on because I see him. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me play his song, man. Let me play that new joint, man. Shout out to Bobby J. You know what I mean? Yeah. Serch is a beast with it still at this time of his prime. Still, man, just killing it. You know what I mean? It's called Round Here. Turn it up, all right? DJ Epps, we in the building. Let me get Serch up in here. Hold on.
The Rock is in the building. I'm here to inspire, to grow from perspire, to grow from an Audi A8, from a fucking flat tire. When a W12 pulls off the curb, my actions add verbs. To those who can't connect my adverbs, so you left on the curb like you kids saying bad words. You want fucking time out. Let me get my rhymes out. I'm in Redford with my goons and shooters and all my slimes out, and they don't hang around me, but don't test. Cause they'll flood your block like pests if they think I'm upset. And I always sound like this, my voice don't change much. Staying some hot kicks of brim, I don't really change up. Far on flip-flop with a matching short set. Or some dead stock trip that you ain't never saw yet. What size are these? They all size if you think they look sweet. But my left hook sweet, that's why they stay on my feet. Forget it, get showtime late. Hanging behind the curtain, heavy ice, shooting dice, so we probably just joined. And if you ain't talking shipments, it ain't that important. And if you ain't talking business, it ain't that important. Yeah, it's all hundreds, so nothing's getting
That shit hot.
Yeah, I'm in recovery, so nothing's getting snorted. Off the vibes, off the lights,
MC Serch.
off the mic.
Rico, what up?
Pair of Nikes that comes in 2 sizes, one for now, one on ice. I'm at the finish line for all them 3 strikes. Can't be giving motherfuckers another 3 strikes. Cause if you ain't hit the first time, why should I pitch twice? Think about that shit. First time, shame on you. Next time, shame on me. Fuck that shame on you shit. Ain't no playing me. You fucked up the spot, stunk up the place. So vibe can deal.
Rico, you already know, man.
We got family round here. We got love
Round here.
We got respect and all of the above round here. We don't take it round here. We don't take it round here. You better watch what you say if you don't stay around here. If you're around, you hear this banging out your chin year round. You hear the sound of the police. We don't all around here. We don't run around here. No, see what I mean when you come around here.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
Nah, you good, man. How you, my brother?
Frustrated right now, my dude. Frustrated, man.
Wait a
Just,
minute.
frustrated.
Serch, frustrated? Well, I did see a post. You did look a little aggravated.
No. I'm all right. I had my identity stolen when I was in New Jersey, when I was living in New Jersey, and it's not fun. Not fun dealing with things like passwords and trying to get into your computer.
Man, that's the worst, yo.
Yeah, so. Anyway, how are you, King?
I'm good, King, man. I'm here, man. Everybody, man, please, if you just chimed in on my Twitter, on my Facebook Live, YouTube Live, my Twitch, all my platforms, this is MC Serch, legendary MC Serch from Third Base. You already know. Serch, how you doing, my brother?
If I was any better, I'd be twins. I'm just mad. Yo, so being late is super frustrating, especially when, like, I was prepping. Like, I had a whole thing planned and for, like, a half hour, and, like, you know, none of it came to fruition. I feel whack.
Nah,
Anyway,
you good,
but
man.
everything's good. Everything's good. Honestly, if I was any better, I'd be twins. I can't even front. Life is good right now.
Serch,
Life is
I
good.
thought I was the only one that still used the word whack.
Nah, like, yo, I think there's a lot of young people that use whack now. Like, I was watching this kid on TikTok who, like, he talks to girls in the mall in Brooklyn, and he, like, sees if they're up on, like, the latest slang.
Yeah.
And, like, half of it is, like, slang that we used in the 80s. Like, a lot of it is, like, dirt, like, dirt. Now he dirt. Like, I'm like, really? Like, we were saying that in 95. Like, that's
right.
Like, you know, like, wavy. I'm like, really? Like, but, you know, it's all good.
Word up, man. Yo, Serch. So I've been going crazy on a new single, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. But before this single, It's a Vibe, I've been playing the one with Bobby J, man. You know, around here is a great bounce record, man. That's a you know, that shit right there is energetic right there.
Thank you, man. I remember. It's funny because you know it wasn't that long ago that you were on one of your lives. I think it was Friday, and I was like, "Yo, here's a record." And you know, it's just one of these things where I started putting on music because I just missed it. You know, there's not any other reason to put music out right now for me except for the fact that I love it and that it feeds a part of my soul. But when my dad died 2 years ago, I was in Rockaway visiting like the old neighborhood, and my man Chrome Beats, shout out to my man Chrome, had hit me with this track like 10 years ago. And I did a version of it 10 years ago, but it spoke to me a little differently after my dad died. So I was like, you know what, let me go back in the lab, let me cook up a new verse. And I had become a real fan of Bobby J's, not even because he was from around my way, just because I liked his wordplay a lot, and I liked the way he represented my neighborhood. But he represented, you know, I'm from Far Rock, you know, like I'm from Redfern Projects, Ocean Village, Wavecrest, like, you know, and he's from Rockaway, which is, you know, a little more gentrified, a little more nuanced. It's just different. And making that record was really, you know, about the old and the new, and about like creating this new bridge between what was and what is, you know, and representing Stacks and representing Chinks and representing, you know, the guys like, you know, Big Cap and the guys who represented hip hop, who came from the Rockaways, who are no longer here, you know what I'm saying, and no longer able to make incredible music. I listen to Chinks, Welcome to JFK every day, you know, and I still listen to a lot of the Stacks mixtapes from the Dipset era, from like 95, 96, all the time. So it was very much a part of that. But this new single, It's a Vibe, is totally different. It's totally about really just how I feel about hip hop every time I wake up in the morning. You know, like that record really, to me, speaks to my soul. And I was arguing with a homeboy of mine because honestly, it's my favorite record that I ever made in my career.
No way.
Period. No, bar none. Period. You know, oh, what up, Walt? My man Walt is tuning in from Con Lion. What up, Walt? Hey!
Yes, sir.
Bon voyage. Yeah, me. Yeah, so that was a whole different energy. Like, that record it's the best. My man said it perfectly. It's the best song before the last song of the night.
Right.
Like, It's a Vibe is the record that you want to play just before you play your last song of the night, to send everybody home happy, to send everybody into the daylight, like feeling that energy, to grab that extra bottle, to grab that extra drink, to, you know, grab your friends and just be happy you're alive, feel the love of being in the present with people that you love, whether you just met them or people that you've known for a long time. And I'm just really, really proud of that record, Brody.
How did Bobby J take it that, you know, you wanted to do the record with him and whatnot?
I think he was really appreciative. You know, the thing with Bobby that was cool was, you know, Bobby was really engaged, not only in the making of the record, he mixed the record. He helped mix the record. He mastered the record. He was really helpful in the video, and he was really helpful in orchestrating the video. It was really great to work with someone again and just be in that place, like be in Far Rockaway, be in Rockaway, be with, you know, friends and family. The whole video is, you know, us on this beautiful at the Rockaway Hotel, and shout out to my people, the Tuberties and Terrence and everybody who owns the Rockaway Hotel. They showed us so much love, and just to be home on a beautiful night with all this energy and all these people that I love and that are people that were around me to share that energy. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful day.
That's what's up, man. case y'all don't know what we was talking about, man, it's a brand new joint Serch got out, man. It's called Round Here, featuring Bobby J and Chrome.
Chrome Beats.
Chrome Beats,
yes,
excuse me,
yes,
Chrome
sir.
Beats.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. Joint, yeah, he did his thing on that
Yeah,
one. If you
he's a
just
monster.
if you just chimed in, this is MC Serch, man. If you don't know who he is, please Google him or just stay online, and he's gonna drop some gems for y'all right quick. Where did T-Bone and White Monster come from? I was looking at this online. I'm like, I never heard of this. As long as I know, sir, I never heard of this.
What is T-Bone and White Monster? What is that?
It's on
what
your.
Are you talking about?
On your wick, man. It's like also known as T-Bone and White Monster. I'm like, what?
Yo, bro, like, don't follow that. That's I don't even know who created my Wikipedia. Yo, let me find out it's my wife on the low. Like, his name's like Paul. Like, I'm like what? Like,
I like T-Bone.
Yo, like, let me keep it a beam with you. I don't think I've ever read my Wikipedia like thoughtfully. Like, I've skimmed it, but I had, just for the record, I had nothing to do with that Wikipedia page. I don't know who posted it. I don't know where they got that information. You know, there's like, you know, it's just weird. Like, they came up with T-Bone Lemke or something. Like, where did they even get this name? Like, I don't even know where they got these names from.
For the most part, they're right. You know what I mean? Most of the things I see, I see something. There was one other thing that I'm probably going to ask you later. Maybe you could clarify it for me. But, you know, of course, everybody know you from the legendary group Third Base, you know what I mean, in the late 90s. I mean, the late 80s, early 90s, you know what I mean? Whatever happened to your partner?
He's still involved in hip-hop. He's working with the Universal Hip Hop Museum. He is helping curate the hip hop flyers for them. I think that's, you know, the last time I checked, that's like what he's been doing. He's been really involved in Hip Hop 50, obviously with the museum. But yeah, that's what he's got going on. Like, he's always been a collector. He was a collector of baseball memorabilia when we were in the group. He was a collector of vinyl. You know, he's always been someone who has recognized value and things like that. And I guess he had started a flyer collection.
Right.
And he curated those flyers, those early hip hop flyers, and submitted them. Do they got beef? Stevie D wants to know if we have beef. I wouldn't say beef anymore. I just think it's better that we are in our places.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's where he is, I'm where I am, and yeah, I'm in a really good place in my life. Like, yeah, like, for me, what I do every day, I'm just so thankful, bro, to just be able to make a living in this culture and make a living doing what I love to do in this culture, making music, working with artists, you know, finding ways to get artists very substantial checks, and just, you know, continuing to just, you know, build a legacy, not only for me, but, you know, for my family.
Right. You know, I tell this story to a lot of my OGs, my friends and whatnot, you know, raising in New York City and Manhattan, you know, that's when I fell in love with Yo MTV Raps and learning how to, you know, wanting to be a DJ and stuff like that, going down to Rock and Soul or the Wiz, and go picking up that Third Base, you know, Brooklyn Queens single, you know what I mean? And, you know, before I even grabbed it, I'd never heard of Third Base, but I grabbed it and somebody was like, you need to take that. I'll never forget it. They're like, yo, you need to take that. And I'm like, word? Wow. Man, took it, and then I dropped it, man, yo, and to hear the horns and the drum patterns and on that Brooklyn Queens single, it was amazing, man. How much did you get out of that Brooklyn Queens single?
Like, certainly not as much as we did out of Gas Face and Step Into the AM and Prog the Environment. Prog the Environment was the heater. Like, let's be real clear, Brody. Like.
No, Gas Face was it too?
Step Into the AM. Gas Face was the one.
Yeah.
Like, Gas Face was the joint that you could walk into any club in New York, any club in Philly, any club in Connecticut at 1 o'clock in the morning when That was the joint. Brooklyn Queens, it wasn't as hot. Product of the Environment remix, those two records, Gasface and Product of the Environment remix that we did with Marley, like that, like that. It was over. Like, it was over with that. Brooklyn Queens really didn't do what Brooklyn Queens did for us. I think, if anything, it was a very, very cute video, very stylish. I'm wearing a 3/4 shearling that I'm actually recreating this year with Hip Hop Closet. Shout out to Hip Hop Closet.
Right.
So we're going to be offering that full-length shearling. People to this day, Brody, people to this day are like, yo, Serch, Brooklyn Queens. I'm like, yeah, like, yo, you still got that jacket, bro? You still got that full-length shearling? And I'm like, I wish I did. I don't know what happened to it. But I'm, like I said, me and Hip Hop Closet are recreating it. And Pete and I actually have action figures that should be coming out next year, and that's the outfit. The Brooklyn Queens outfit is the one I put on my action figure. So those are the things that it did do for us. It wasn't a hit. It definitely wasn't. I wouldn't categorize Brooklyn Queens as a hit. I think overseas a little more, but Pop Goes the Weasel. I would say the three records that really turn up for us is Pop Goes the Weasel, Product of the Environment remix, and Gasface. Because Gasface became more than just a political statement. Like, Van Pelt uses Gasface when somebody gets struck out by like a high heater.
Right.
Gasface gives, like, shout out to my man SVP. I love you, Bodie. But become something else. You know, Reggie Miller uses it when, you know, somebody gets dunked on. He's like, oh, he gave him the Gasface. It's become like a sports analogy. And shout out to my man Jim Jackson and Iron Eagle. They use it all the time. Like, Luka Doncic gave somebody a heavy Gasface in the playoffs. It was real funny. So that record's kind of like of its own in a way, you know, and become something a little more than just, you know, what it was. But those are the records. Like, Step Into the AM was really the record that people were like, oh okay. And then Gasface was, you know, and then so those are the records to me that when we performed back in the day, those were the records that like really got people open.
And then, you know, it was time for you to go solo, and it was Back to the Grill again. Like, one of my all-time favorite records right there. You know, well, before we even get into that, you also executive produced Nas's Illmatic.
And it was written. Most people don't know that.
Really?
Yes, sir. I did both.
I just knew of Illmatic. I didn't know that.
I did both. I did. It was written and Illmatic.
That's fucking awesome. So your relationship. So your right. Your relationship with Nas and you doing these records, like, you know, were you amazed? Were you like, damn, I'm about to fucking, you know, do Nas's record, like? Because he was, it was about to, like, when Nas Illmatic came out, Represent and Empire State of New York, all that, man, like, I was like, God damn, man, this is my top 5 album, period, till this day.
I from the minute he walked into the studio when I was doing Back to the Grill again, like, I was like, is Nasty Nas like really in my studio right now asking me to help him? Like, that's crazy, you know, like. But he was 17 and he was really smart. He was really
Nasty
astute,
Nas,
you know, Nasty Nas. And he said, you know, he was a rebel to America, a police murderer causing hysteria. You can get this Far Rock gear at farrockshop.com, just FYI, at Far Rock Shop. I knew it from the door. I mean, anyone who's from our era, right? So it's like anyone who's our age, 1,000 years old, who has a social security number in the single digits, who has a phone number that's still a 646-718-212 joint. Old people like us. We remember Live at the Barbecue like it was yesterday.
Right.
You know what I mean? Thank you. OC Word Life. Who said that? Hold on. Somebody said something about OC Word Life. Thank you. Yes.
Nah, they watching. They helping. Yeah.
And we can talk about that all day. But disciple, my rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs from my brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage. I leave the microphone split.
Right.
Play pretty toughy while I'm on some pretty tone shit. Verbal assassin, my architect pleases. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. Yo, come on, man. Like, when everybody heard Live at the Barbecue, they were like, yo, who the fuck is this kid? And there have been certain times where I felt compelled to throw away my rhyme book, you know, and just, you know, when I heard Rakim say, "You scream I'm lazy, you must be crazy. You thought I was a donut, you tried to glaze me." The rhyme book went in the garbage. I set my rhyme book on fire. Yeah, I was like, yo, no, not retire. Like, I got to get back to work. If what I'm writing, it ain't that. G-rap. It ain't KRS. I went back to the lab.
Right.
He made me in 91 go back to the lab and really sharpen my knife for Derelicts of Dialect. Because that was the record coming out of, like, Main Source Breaking Atoms. And it was also weird because there was like a weird connection in my own home because my wife Chantel went to middle school with Large Professor, went to middle school with Salam Remy. So, like, there was a lot of energy. Like, we knew what was going on, you know,
Right.
just because of where we were around people. Like, oh, Large got something going on with Paul C, may he rest in peace. And, yo, he got this kid in the lab. And, like, so there was all this buzz. Nelly went to school with my wife. So, like, we knew what was coming. Like, we, you know, you could see the impending wave. And then, you know, that record drop, and it's like, you know, I'm looking out the front door drops, and we fight every night, and that's not kosher. I reminisce with Bliss of when we was closer. Get greeted with argument again. You act like a 10, so immature. I try to concentrate on a cure and keep looking at the front door. Like, yo, that and
Right,
Queens,
right.
and it was the backyard. So we were like, yo, we have to step the game up right now, like, not
Right.
tomorrow. Like,
Right.
I had a mentor say to me later on in life, but I utilized it in 1991, change before you have to. That's about health. That's about finance. It's about love. Change before you have to.
Right.
And when I heard them bars, I was not putting out anything. I was not putting out anything unless I felt like it matched up for that. And to fast forward now, you know, 2 years, 3 years later, groups disbanded. I'm working on Back to the Grill again. I got Chub Rock in the studio. I got Red Hot Lover Tone from the Trackmasters in the studio. And here comes OC and here comes Nas. And you know, he's sitting there like asking me to help him. I'm like, I couldn't help him. I told him no because he had a deal in place. And for me to help him, he would have to sign to my production company in order for me to look at it. But I just wanted him to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted him. Don't worry, DJ Blast. We'll get to who gets the gas face in this era. I got you. But I wanted to just make sure that that young man didn't suffer the way other artists before him suffered.
Right.
Like, I wanted to make sure that all his T's were crossed, all his I's were dotted, and he knew where everything was. You know, and all Nas ever said to me was, you know, I just want you to help me get my mother out the project. You know, that was all he said to me. He's like, just help me get my mom out the project.
Right.
And, you know, when we delivered him those 2 checks on the 40 side of Vernon, you know, he was moving his mother out, you know, the next day to Long Island. And, you know, April, you know, that album comes out. And I tell people all the time, even when I was negotiating, even with Faith Newman, even with who we signed with, I said, you realize you're signing the greatest MC of our generation.
Right.
Period. There was, as much as Jay-Z was doing with Original Flavor and as much as he was doing with Hawaiian Sophie, there was no even concept that Jay would be who he became.
Right.
But Nas was always Nas. Like, Nas was Nas. Like, fans are buts about it. And, you know, it was, for me, it was funny because I had Nas and I had OC, and Puff had Craig Mack and Big, and Chris Lighty, may he rest in peace, had Busta Rhymes, and he had Tribe. And the only thing that separated me from those dudes, and Dre had, you know, had Snoop on the West Coast. But the only thing that separated me from those guys is that I didn't have a mentor. You know, Puff had Andre Harrell and he had Clive Davis. I mean, probably easily and arguably 2 of the greatest that ever lived.
Right.
Chris Lighty had Russell and Lior, and regardless of what Russell's going through personally with Kimura and his kids, he was an amazing promotion guy, and he was an amazing radio guy, and Lior was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had alienated myself from everyone because I didn't trust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
B, I had significant trust issues, and I honestly believed in my head that I could do it on my own, and those were just recipes for disaster as a production company. But at least with Nas was set up at Columbia, where I knew he was protected. You know, Eddie Pugh and the radio, Ruben Rodriguez, may he rest in peace. Like all those dudes, Wes Johnson, even Wes helped.
They took care of
rest
him.
in peace. Like they loved on him, they protected him, you know, and he was able to thrive. OC on the other hand, man, like that was a nightmare. Like Wild Pitch was just, and a lot
They
of
know
it,
what to do with him.
no, but a lot of it also, bro, to be honest with you, I can look back and I can honestly say it's my fault. I was 25 years old. I really thought I knew everything. I didn't listen. I brought in people that I trusted only to not listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I just made crazy mistakes. Thank you, nonfiction. You know, nonfiction, KMD. Look, I've been around a lot of great talent, and I've discovered a lot of great talent, and not just in music and fashion and liquor and a lot of other businesses.
Radio.
I've been very, very blessed. Been very, very blessed.
And you live and you learn, man.
Yeah, but you know, of course, and I wouldn't make those same mistakes twice, but there were times in my life where I was like, oh, motherfucker, what did you do? You know, like you're in your car, think of a moment, you go, oh, and you can't go back.
Right.
Those moments where you're like, oh, fuck, if I could just go back, but you can't.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can do is make, you know, those indirect amends today and not do the same thing twice.
You mentioned a name a little while ago, Akinelli. When's the last time you talked to Ak?
Oh my gosh, I haven't spoken to Ak in a long time. The last time I heard Ak's name, he was in Vegas.
Ak is killing it right now in Atlanta, holding down King of Diamonds.
Good for him. I mean, listen, that was always, Vagina Diner, Cunning Linguist. Like, that was always his shit from the door. Like, that was always his shit. So, God bless him. Good for him, man. Like, that's
like
amazing.
He took that King of Diamond brand, and it's like, one of the biggest strip clubs in the world. You know what I mean? And he's still doing good, man. Ak is a very great guy, man, and he take care of me. He would have Prince Marky D, rest in peace, Prince Marky D, as a host. You know what I mean?
Marky,
but he's
funny. Let me tell you a funny. I don't know if you know this about Marky, and this is one of my favorite stories. When I was at MIB at the Beat in Miami,
right?
Me and Marky.
That's when we first started,
right.
Serch. Clear Channel,
exactly
not
right.
even iHeart, Clear Channel.
Right, Clear Channel. So I don't know if you know the story. That's why I'm saying it. So Marky was doing iguanas, Cafe Iguana. Remember? In Fort Lauderdale. Or Hollywood, somewhere around there. I had Nouveau. It was so ignorant. Like the money we were making was so ignorant. Like we sold Nouveau. I got involved in Nouveau in 2008. We sold Nouveau for $500 million in 2010, right?
Right.
Everything else was like it was Gucci from that point on, right? So I'm with Marky, and Marky's doing a party with Slick Rick and Special Ed at Iguana, and he's like, I want you to host. I'm like, I said, bro, you DJ and you host. No, I want you to come and, bring Nouveau. I was like, what do you mean bring Nouveau? It's on the back bar. He's like, no, have them sponsor the night. No problem, whatever you want. Like, it's fine. So we sponsored, and we had a video out with Trey Songz called Say Ah.
Right.
So it was Nouveau was all in the video.
Right.
To the club, and I'm automatically told, like, Marky wants you in the booth for the night. He doesn't want you, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so I go to the booth with Marky D, right? And Marky says, yo, listen, you got the hottest video in the street, son. You got the hottest shit in the street, son. Every time I play I'm going to bring a bottle and you pour it in mouths of girls. Yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever,
That was Marky.
So he puts it on, say, girls bring over 2 bottles. All these girls are, pouring in, right? So I figure, all right, one and done, whatever. No, bring it back. Brought the record back 17 or 18 times. I went through about 6 cases. Man, I had a $7,000 bar tab that night. 7 bands. I said, you motherfucker. You mother. And of course, I had to go to my partner and explain like why I spent $7,000 in a club. And he's like, I'm like, yo, the DJ. Talk to the DJ. Needless to say, that was my first and last time doing Cafe Iguana with him. I did not make that mistake twice. That was not happening.
Oh man, rest in peace, Prince Marky D.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace, for sure. He was a funny dude, man. I love that dude, man. And I go back to them being the Disco 3. You know what I mean? Back in Vandermeer Projects and Lafayette Gardens and seeing Buffy, may he rest in peace, beatbox, and
Kowalski was telling me the same thing.
Those were the days, man, and it's almost in a way like when you see what's going on in the music business today, and I was saying like even about the new artists, right, and how they're developing. There's such a part of the that is missing because we don't have that run up on you in the street, battle you for like whatever, let's get it in kind of mentality anymore, right? It's
gone.
It's much different, right? And while we're all, and I just said it, I said, while we're all, hip hop and hip hop 50 and it's great and it's, the numbers are doing this. One of the biggest music in the world, we're doing this.
Right.
This year we haven't had not one number 1 album, not one number one single. And last year we had 6 or 7. It's the first time in 10 years that we've gotten to June without a number 1. And
Serch, what do you think we got to do to fix that?
First of all, it ain't a we. It ain't a we. Fuck that. I ain't fixing shit. Y'all fix that. My name's Paul. That's between y'all. But here's some things to consider, right? Here's some things to consider. Thing 1. This is crazy to me. And Epps, I'm just going to keep it a beam.
Go ahead.
Spotify recorded that in calendar year 2022, there were 37 million songs on Spotify that had a donut. That got listened to 0 times. Right. Motherfucker, listen to me, motherfucker. Are you telling me that you put up your shit and you didn't even listen to your own shit?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
We know guys that used to buy their own single 12-inch.
My own shit. I listen to my own shit on Spotify 17 times a day. My own shit every day. 7 million people. 37 million songs that got a donut? Motherfucker, you don't like your shit enough to listen to your shit? Why should I listen? So that's a big problem. Second problem.
Gas face to y'all.
Gas face given for that. Like 37 million? That's problem 1. 2. 60,000 singles go to Spotify a week? Yo, come on, man. Like, somebody needs to be telling your homeboy, nah, that ain't it. Your homeboy, listen to this shit. Listen to Moneybagg Yo versus your shit. Your shit kind of sound like, fucking the plug. That's not it, bro. Like, don't do that to yourself. That's not it. You sounding kind of crazy right now. Listen, put the lean down. Your record sound crazy.
Right.
Because you're going to listen to it on SoundCloud tomorrow. You're going to listen to it on Spotify and be like, I wish I wouldn't
Snoop
have done
said
that.
it. Snoop was like, no, the math is off. Like,
somebody got, at least with these records, like with Round Here and with It's Just a Vibe, right? Mm-hmm. I have people around me when they say, yeah, that's a good record. And I also have people around me that are like, Serch, you might not want to say that. You might not want to say that. And more coachable than I once was.
Mm.
Not because I'm thinking about I need to compete with this one or I need to compete with that one. Just for me, I don't want to, like, even with It's Just a Vibe. So there was a line that was bothering me the whole time because that record is one of the few records I did just off the top of my head, just went into the lab, felt it, did it. But there was one line that I was like, it felt like a throwaway, and it was bothering me and bothering me and bothering me, and I'm going to mix, I'm in mixing, it's a final session, and then I was just like, and I thought of a great line, went back in, fixed it, and all my boys who listened to it, who knew the record, they suddenly were like, oh yeah, no, that line was, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's right. Stevie D, they need to tighten that door. And there really does need to be a better level of checks and balances, man. Stop. Just because you got a computer and just because you got one of these doesn't mean you should be putting up every song you ever fucking made in your head. Like, just like, for real, like, be a little more. 7 million songs with a donut? Epps, that's the craziest number I ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's mad crazy out there, man. And some of these kids, oh my God. Like you said, man, they on that lean. They need to put that shit down.
Like, I don't, listen, you want to be an addict, be an addict. I can't stop you. But just don't be an addict and make really bad music and post it on Spotify like it's the next truth, because it's not. And also, stop bothering me in my DMs to listen to your wax. Like, do me a favor.
Yo,
like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, let's be clear. I ain't doing it. Let's keep it being. I ain't doing it. Don't tell me you're the next Nas, because you are the next garbage. I ain't checking you.
Serch, you see what I built here, right, on this gram, like, for me to break records, for me to interview people. Can you imagine how many songs I've been going through to listen to see who deserves to get their shit broken and whatnot? Oh my God. Oh my God. I play some bad shit on purpose just to nah, it's cause if I got live comments right here, I want them to feel that shit. Like if that's not the record, that's not the record.
Yo,
there ain't no fire emojis out. There will be no fire emojis.
And you know what? Listen, these are the safety zones, right? Like, it's not Rock the Bells where you have a criteria that you have to meet, or it's not like, radio where you have a certain limited time and there's research and there's things that you have to follow. Like, the beautiful part of what you've built here, Epps, is that it is uniquely yours. So, one of my favorite Detroit DJs was a DJ named DJ House Shoes. Mm-hmm. He used to run a club at St. Andrews called The Shelter on Friday nights. And he used to wear a shirt called I Break Records, right? Mm-hmm. And what that meant was he would put your record on the turntable, and if it was whack, he'd break it over his knee in front of everybody. Like, don't play a whack record in front of House Shoes, because if you do, he will break it over his knee.
Right.
And he'll look at you like, yo, if you want it, come get it. But don't play a whack record. And you've created this amazing vacuum where people trust you and they come in at 1,100, 1,200 people at a clip, not only because they know you're going to play great music, but because they're going to hopefully hear something that doesn't necessarily
gets a shot.
Something right. Yeah. And the other thing that I find really interesting about all of this is Nielsen put out a report that said that 98% of people, once they turn 30 and above, stop listening to new music. That the only people 18 to 30, they're the ones that are checking for the newest artists. But once you're 30, whatever you listen to in your formative years, that's who you listen to. And you might even be willing to find new music from those artists, but that dwindles and dwindles. We are truly an anomaly that we're at the age that we're at, and that we're still listening and checking. I love Scarlett. I love Lola Brooke. I love X the Plug. As much as I love the artists like the J. Coles and the Babies and the Bias and the Coil Rays and all the the hard artists. Oh, by the way, can I ask you a question? And maybe you know the answer to this. Is Doja Cat white, or is she like mixed? Or is anybody who's here in the 560 people, is Doja Cat white, or is she
That's
mixed?
a good question.
OG Ninja, that's my dude. Check out his new mixtape. It's fire.
I checked on something before that made me think that she's white.
That's what I think too. I think she's Caucasian. I don't know if she's 100%. She is mixed. I don't know what she's mixed, but she is mixed. All right, because Doja's biracial. All right, then that's fine. She's also a cat. Thank you. Because for some reason I thought she was white, and she was just a white girl that's trying to get away with saying the N-word on records, and that was kind of bothering me. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like her new single's fire. It's fire. I just heard Swaggy C play it on Hip Hop Nation, but I was like kind of thrown off when she used the N-word on the record, and I'm like, ain't she white?
She's Jewish.
She's like Drake.
She's Jewish.
So she's biracial. So she's Jewish and biracial like Drake. All right. So then she's
South African, native, and Jewish.
Oh, all right. Well, good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was left field.
No, I know. I just said it because, you know, in terms of like new music and in terms of like also like artists,
right?
Kind of, you know, utilizing language that I'm like a little shocked by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's it. Sorry, didn't mean to go left field.
No, don't worry about it, man. We're about to get up out of here, but before we do, I know there was something else I saw. And somebody said it that MC Hammer's your best friend. I'm like, okay, I can see where this is going. 2018, this guy once took out $50,000 for your life. What was that about? What was going on?
Yeah, So no. So no. I mean, this is back when we put out the Cactus album. You know, Hammer put a hit out on us, but you know, Hammer put a hit out on us. Hammer put a hit out on us back in the day. He caught feelings because Pete said the Cactus turned Hammer's mother out, and he didn't really understand the wordplay because we were like lyricists, and we were saying like, you know, the Cactus, which was our album, was better than his album, which was called Turn This Mother Out.
Gotcha.
But his album was really called Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him, and the single was called Turn This Mother Out.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
gotcha.
So he thought we were talking about like he thought we disrespected his mom, and he took that real serious. And he's a real serious dude, and his brother's a real serious dude, and they come from a real serious place. And you know, honestly, if I had an opportunity to see the dude, I would make amends with that dude and just tell him how I understand how he would be in his feelings about that. I don't really understand how he would take a hit out on us. I would have handled it a different way.
I read it. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But I will say that, you know, again, growing up and seeing things the way I see things a little differently now, I just really think he's, you know, he deserves an apology.
That's what it is. Hammer, if you're watching, hopefully we can link you up with Serch and y'all just talk that out, man.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We need that, and we need more stop the violence out here. We don't want to see none of these new kids out there getting hurt. You know what I mean? Hip-hop needs to stay alive another 50 years. Happy hip-hop to you, Serch.
Thank you.
You know, we love what you've done for the culture. We love what you're still doing for the culture. You know, you got a friend over here, so anytime you need my guy, I'm here.
And a big shout out to my homeboy and my partner, Tremaine Jackson, who just jumped in. He's a genius, literally genius, like top 2% smartest people in the world. He's here, so that's my dude.
There you go, Tremaine. What up, boy?
And, Epps, man, thank you for what you do. And you know, for real, just flowers to you for not only what you continue to carry in the 305, but what you do on the cruises, what you do on Rock the Bells, and how much I appreciate you showing love to my records. So thank you, brother. And
anytime, Serch, man.
September 2nd on my mother's birthday. Talking about? I don't know what you talking about.
I'm gonna let the cat out the bag in a little bit, but yeah, September 2nd, Mama Serch, we miss you.
Yeah, we're coming for you, Mom.
Yeah. Serch, thank you for hanging out with me on Celebrity Tuesday. You dropped some gems. You dropped some dope stories. I hope to do it again because it seems like you got a lot more we could talk about, man.
Hey, yo, when my wife, Chantel, said to me, she goes, how long are you going to be on? I said, probably a couple hours. She goes, he only does it an hour. What do you think? He's going to treat you special? I was like, why not? I am special. She's like, get your ass down here at 11 o'clock so we can go hang out. So,
man, I'm like the late night Arsenio Hall from 10 to 11. We do it right here. And I'm going to bed, go chill with my Dominican wife, and then wake up in the morning, take my son to football practice. So
I love that. I love that energy, bro.
Thank you, Serch, for anything you need, man. I'm here, brother. And I once again, I love you. Anything you need, hit me up, all right? Everybody also get It's a Vibe. It's on all platforms right now. I'm gonna close the show out with it. Anything else you want to promote before you get up out of here, Serch?
Yo, I'm performing July 21st with DJ Cassidy, Pass the Mic at Radio City. So if you're in Nueva York, come see your boy. That's going to be a great show. August 27th, I'm at the Crowbar in Tampa, holding it down out there. That's going to be good. And there's a rumor, like a tumor, that I might be in Florida. I don't know. There
Miami,
be
get ready, because something's about to go down.
That's what I hear. I hear rumors in the streets. My ears to the street. I heard on my mother's birthday I might be in the building.
There you have it, man. And everybody that's listening to Rock the Bells that sent that message to Serch, thank you. I just wanted to make sure the guy knows that I'm going in.
Yo, bro, that was crazy. My phone starts blowing up, and like my dude is calling me from LA. He's in the street in the barrio. He's like, yo, Epps said to shout you out. He's playing your record. He's on Crenshaw blasting it. Like, my man calls me from Houston. Yo, I'm going to Galveston. Epps told me to shout you out. My man in Detroit, all my people. It was amazing. It was crazy. Like my phone, and my wife's like, who's calling you this late? Like, what? She's looking at me.
You're right.
Crazy.
The power of radio. There you go.
Yes.
Everybody, man, MC Serch coming through Celebrity Tuesday. Serch, have a good night. God bless you and your family. Happy Father's Day. Tell wifey I said what up and all that, all right?
You too.
You have a good night, brother.
You have a better one.
You know what it is, man. Oh, man. Celebrity Tuesdays. My man MC Serch passing through. And don't forget, next week, Chris Gotti will be in the building live and direct. If you want to talk to Chris Gotti, you want to ask some questions, you want to learn, drop some gems, Chris Gotti will be in the building. Shout to Murder Inc. or the Inc. you want to call him. Yes, Chris Gotti will be in the building next Tuesday. All right, man. So everybody, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna leave y'all with "It's a Vibe" by my man MC Serch. Yes, the joint I've been breaking all month long. Trust me, you need that in your life, all right, man? Have a good night, everybody. DJ Epps and friends, live and direct for you and yours. Yee!